Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the E92 335 ARM build. For those of you that don't know, this is my dad's car. I drove it down from New York about like a year and a half ago to do full bolt-on mods and a bunch of other fun stuff. So, like I said, we're doing a full bolt-on kit. We have the ARM relocated inlets, the outlets down there wrapped in gold. We got Vargas stock size turbos with stronger internals. We have the charge piping, and we also got this Mishimoto catch can. I like the way it's sitting though, it looks like super performance oriented. We got all new coolant system. We tried to do like a whole refresh on this thing because the motor was out before. We also got the front mount intercooler. Right there, the 7-inch, sprayed the ARM logo. We also got some BC Racing coilovers for this thing, the BR series, so the good stuff. But now that you guys know what went into this already, let me show you what's left. Okay, so our last piece, also from ARM Motorsports. Big shout out to them because they've been super helpful in this process. We had some trouble fitting the stock tubing, so we had to go with this. This is the upgraded intercooler silicone piping. As you can see here, you got the front mount intercooler, and right now it's not connected to the charge piping, so we got this bad boy right here. This should go down in here and connect that, and then we also have the other side that's going to connect it to the outlets. We just have to install this, and we have to finish routing the catch can system, the blow off valve, diverter valve system, and that should be it. We should be ready to go and start this thing hopefully in a couple hours. So let's get going.
This is now the Soup Be Heaven channel because Ivan wants to do other things. So this episode, we're gonna put this shit back together. This guy right here is gonna watch us. He's nuts.
All right, as this build has progressed, we've run into quite a few issues. Things haven't really fit as they are supposed to necessarily. And here's another one. As you know, we've had to relocate a couple things based on this kit, and the coolant reservoir is one of them. It's really been giving us some issues. Because of the catch can being where it is, we've had to do some interesting things. I had to go out and get some fittings to make this all work, but I think we finally found a place for it to go. Unfortunately, it is poking through the wheel well, so hopefully that doesn't cause any later issues. It seems to be all right though. Okay, so normally these diverter valves on the stock system would, when you blow off or let off, it takes the excess boost that's in the system and runs it back in front of the turbo so that the boost is there to be used again. But with the relocated inlets, there's no port to do that. So I just spoke to ARM, and you're basically just using these diverter valves as atmospheric blow-off valves. So we're gonna take off the tubing, just put them down here in these holes, and it's gonna be like a blow-off valve. Unfortunately, it's not gonna allow us to like recirculate the boost, so the car's gonna be a little less responsive, but it's all right. It is what it is. It's what we gotta do for more performance. So hopefully the blow-off valve noise is nice. Yeah, we're gonna find out. Okay, while he's doing that, finishing setting that up, I'm gonna put some oil in this thing. Tighten the drain plug, right? We've got the fluids. It's time to make her wet. Okay, this is it takes 6.9 quarts, but I'm gonna put 7 because it's a BMW. Probably gonna burn a little bit at some point.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
That's a great idea.
Oh, if you find the hole.
You know how it be. Okay, this is the moment of truth. We're gonna try and start it. Fingers crossed. There's a 10 right here. Hit a 10. Ouch. I actually can't believe this is happening right now. Like, it's like surreal. Why does it sound like that? It's not. It says all-wheel drive malfunction. What are you checking for?
Fluid of the transmission. Transmission's dry. Tranny's dry.
Nothing tripped out.
Nothing came out of the tranny. I took the bottom plug out. It's dripping right here.
What exactly are you looking for with the camera?
Trying to follow any kind of wetness I can see. And the trick to finding a leak you can't see is to follow wetness as high as it can go.
Okay, so unfortunately we have a leak, which we thought was the rear main seal because it was leaking without even starting the car, but it makes more sense now that it wasn't the rear main seal. It's actually the oil pan, which did get a new gasket and got resealed. Yeah, so now we're gonna have to figure out, we're probably just gonna have to like drop the subframe a little bit, hoist the motor, drop the subframe and reseal the oil pan, which sucks because we just put 7 quarts of brand new oil in it, which if we're gonna have to pull it down and reseal it, it's gonna be a bitch. Okay, we're back and we have good news. First we thought the rear main seal was leaking, then we thought the oil pan was leaking because we stuck a camera up in the space between the transmission and the motor and saw that the rear main seal was clean, but we felt the fluid was too thin for oil, and it ended up being true because apparently the clutch slave burst. I think it happened when I got in the car. I was testing the shifter and like by instinct I pressed the clutch in, but the slave like went all the way down and like popped. So it was leaking gear oil, or sorry, clutch fluid, brake fluid, same thing. That's the old one, right?
Seal on the inside brakes.
Okay. And we're waiting on a new one, but that's great news because we don't have to take anything major off. We're also filling the transmission with gear oil now, so we're gonna give it another start once everything's all tidied up. All right, so we're gonna have to do something, replace the slave. It is leaking a little bit, but it should have enough pressure for us to drive it off. I'm taking it off the lift right now. Let me give you guys some revs from the outside.
Stuck on the floor?
Then it came back.
Because it's dripping.
Yeah.
How'd it feel?
Well, it feels good. The clutch feels grippy, but since it's leaking, it like keeps getting stuck on the floor. And the shifter, to get out of gear, it was a little tough. So hopefully that'll get better. It should get better when we put the new line and it's not leaking. It's like slowly dripping. The car's running great outside of that, so that's amazing. It sounds good. It's louder than before, but not like too loud. So, but we'll see once we're driving. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like. And if you haven't already, hit that sub button. There's so much more to come. See you soon.